Let's do it.
Okay. We're live, baby.
Oh, we're live.
We live.
Sorry. I was just watching my favorite cutscene in the game. Let me get out of that. 1 second.
I like how you brought it up, and all I see is just a dead body on the floor. Like, welp, this didn't go well. Speed run over, guys. Next run.
My bad. It's kind of my good luck charm. Just to see, just to watch that movie every time. But hey, good morning, everyone. I'm JTB. Gonna be doing a Resident Evil 4 speedrun for you guys. Probably one you've never seen before. I've seen the New Game Pro runs before, probably at some point, GDQs. We're gonna be doing no merchant this time, so kind of self-explanatory. And then with me, I got Meta Sigma. He's gonna be doing the hosting, during this bit as well.
Morning.
Morning.
So I'm curious though. Why are we here for to do this brand new speed run of Resident Evil 4?
I heard there's like a charity actually for something in California.
Yeah, I think you're right, my man. I just wanted to say that this is Cal Fire Relief Marathon 2018, and we just we're all so grateful to be able to do something awesome. Cal Fire Foundation is a nonprofit organization. They provide, support both emotionally and financially to families of fallen firefighters. And every year it's a terrible thing, but there's always someone out there that's doing something to protect other people. And it's sad things happen, and we're grateful that we can help do something, because the foundation, they put on a memorial service in Sacramento for firefighters that lose their lives in the line of duty. So anything we can do to kind of help give back to those people, those firefighters, we're more than willing to do. So
yeah, it's for a great cause, so feel free to, if you haven't already, any amount of donations does really help.
Yeah, I mean, you guys we appreciate very much. It's not about, oh man, I can't throw a bunch of money. No, dude, it isn't about that. It's about, if you got $1 and you feel like, hey, let's do this, by all means, give. We're grateful, that you're all here. We just want to do something great for the firefighting community.
Right. And to supplement that, that's why I'm going to be doing this brand new speed run for you guys. So if we are ready to go, then I believe we are doing the special costume. I saw that was in the lead by a whole $5.
I do believe you are right. Let me just check one more time. I want to make sure that I didn't miss nothing. You know how people are. They're like, snipe at the last second. So we'll do one more quick refresh. And I see you are correct, sir. Special costume it is.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and count this off and we'll get this run going. So,
all right, my man.
3, 2, 1, go. Resident Evil 4. All right, so let's go ahead and explain a little bit about this category. I'm playing Resident Evil 4, essentially a new game category, in that we are never going to be using the merchant at all. So, very self-explanatory. We don't use the merchant. We don't talk to him except when we're forced to. We don't buy any special weapons. We don't buy anything at all. We don't pick up any money. It's a very simple explanation for a very difficult run, because that means that we're going through the entire game with essentially just the pistol, the shotgun, a Magnum we're gonna pick up later, and a single rocket launcher. So,
dude, but when you're as amazing as Leon is, do you really need all those extra weapons?
I don't, because you know you can carry out this whole mission in under 2 hours, hopefully.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just saw where he like basically shot a zombie and then just kicked him so hard he did like a triple axel in midair. I'm like, I wish my foot could kick someone that hard that they just spin 3 times before they die. I mean,
Yeah.
It's like the Chuck Norris effect almost.
Yeah, Leon is pretty much nuts. There's like a death battle done recently for him, and he has like pretty much like superhuman, strength and speed and all that crazy stuff. So
It was a good death battle.
Don't get on his bad side.
No, I wouldn't want to make him mad.
And also, we're playing on normal difficulty, so we're not playing on professional like we've done for like other speedruns. The reason for that is we get to abuse the dynamic difficulty of the game, something you don't actually usually see in a speedrun. So Resident Evil 4, kind of a smart choice when it came to how they wanted to present the difficulty to the player. Based on how you're doing is going to be what the difficulty of the game is set at. You're getting hit by enemies, you're missing a lot, you're dying a lot. They're gonna make the game easy just naturally. But on the other hand, if you're killing a lot of enemies, you're playing like amazing, they're gonna make the game more difficult. And this has a profound impact on like boss HP, certain enemies that spawn and such. And a huge part of why this run is so fast is being able to abuse that. We're just gonna say that me getting hit by that boulder right there was also part of it, because it lends to a very convenient excuse that if I ever die to something I shouldn't, then it's just intentional and we don't talk about it.
Yeah, the boulder just wanted to give you a hug.
Right.
You know.
There we go. So what I was trying to actually do right there, you can see there's a little tree that I'm ahead of. If you actually do that QT at like the very last few frames, you get past that tree and save like a second or so. So I should have gone for it. I should have just been safe and I don't need the 1 second time save.
Gotta go fast.
I know.
Gotta go fast.
Sometimes you gotta go fast. And I got it the second time, so it'll work out. But yeah, the beginning of the game is gonna be pretty similar to just how we do it in a normal new game speedrun. It's not until we get to like later on in the game where it really gets it really shakes up a lot. So a lot of the same like movement here, just common strats. I'm gonna take a couple intentional hits actually to some of these enemies, just to get my difficulty lowered. I do have a full heal that you start the game with. That's going to help out with the boss a little bit later on and make it a little bit more simple to get past. And we are using the special costume, and as we know, the special costume does in fact say JTB on the back of it. That is indeed canon. If you've ever played this game and you may thought it said RPD on the back, telling you that is actually correct.
Really? What does that mean? What does JTB mean? What branch is this guy in?
I don't know. It's actually kind of a mystery.
I like mysteries.
One of the big things that people like to do during my run is just try to figure out what JTB actually stands for. I personally don't know. I've never seen those 3 initials before. By the way, my name is JTB and this is Resident Evil 4 No Merchant that we're running today. So yeah, I'm doing a whole bunch. I don't think I've explained a single game at this point ahead of time. It's kind of assuming.
It's because you have Leon. He just does the thing.
He just does the thing. It's so self-explanatory. I'm gonna take a hit by this guy. Then we're gonna full heal. So those 2 hits were intentional. I'm not going to take another 3rd hit. I could. One nice part about normal difficulty as compared to pro is that there are enemies you can run by without having to dodge, but some of these I'll just run up to them. I'll let myself reload, so that way the animation is canceled, and then just heal up to full. But yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on. I jumped over some sandbags while there was dynamite exploding. I don't know how that works. I just copy what other people do in this game.
People in chat are giving some really good ideas of what JTB stands for. You said it's a mystery, but...
Yeah, it is. You know, my personal favorite, and it actually goes with my stream pretty well, is it stands for Just Taco Bell. Since that's usually like my go-to dinner.
Taco Bell is a strong thing. I mean, looking at this, you could say that Taco Bell might be the cure-all for what's going on down here. Leon is bringing Taco Bell to the island, you know?
Just trying to bring some of that American culture over.
That's right, that's right.
Alright, so we are playing No Merchant. But unfortunately we gotta talk to this one just because it's, you know, guaranteed or forced. But we'll punish him. Make sure that he knows that he is not part of the speed run.
He's a McDonald's spy is what he is.
Oh, literally Ronald McDonald. That's why he's all covered up.
Or the Hamburglar.
Oh, Taco Bell voted the best Mexican restaurant in America. If that ain't the most like American thing you've ever read, then...
Yes. It's amazing.
So this is a very it's like 4:30 a.m. for me right now, so a lot of my commentary is going to be less about the game and more just wild ramblings.
Hey man, it's only 5:30 here, so I mean, I don't know about you, but this is like, I've been up for almost 2.5 hours already, and that's normal for me. So this is, you know, I don't know what it is for you. I'm just saying, I just
took like an hour nap, but almost been 24 hours for me.
Oh dang,
It's gonna be wild. All right, we got another boulder, but I'm not gonna do that thing again. I won't die to this boulder, I promise.
Boulder Chan just wants to give hugs.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the game, about what's actually happening right now. We're at the end of chapter 1, and almost like 10 minutes in the run I haven't said anything except Taco Bell and other stuff. But we're going over to the end of chapter 1. This is where the run's going to become a little bit different after this boss fight coming up. So if you're familiar with Resident Evil 4, then you know that this boss is one that nobody likes to deal with. But by intentionally taking those hits I did earlier, we're eliminating one bad pattern from like his pool. There's still one thing that could happen that is kind of unavoidable that makes the fight a lot longer, but if that one thing doesn't happen, then we have a very consistent fight, which is a really nice part of being able to, you know, reduce the difficulty of the game to avoid, you know, another 10-20 second time loss on something completely random. But yeah, this is a Delago. Everyone knows this fight. And we're gonna kill him in hopefully 10 hits. And if he doesn't dive at the end of this little pass right here, then we'll get a very solid kill. We're up to 5 hits, I believe. And you know what? Delago really doesn't like Taco Bell, so he's just gonna go ahead and run away. Exactly proving why nobody likes this fight. Because now we have to wait for him to resurface, and then we have to hit him a whole bunch more times. And it's all very slow.
He's dude, it's Burger King. It's his fillet of fish. He is the fillet of fish, and he knows it. It's like, no way, man.
I think I could have killed him right there, but I don't want to look like a fool when I already died to the boulder. Yeah, there he is. So if he hadn't died right there, we would have killed him like 20 seconds, 30 seconds ago, because we would have got him on the next resurface. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually make a bunch of saves because I didn't make saves beforehand, and just to be on the safe side. Don't want this game to crash and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, want to watch a New Game Plus run? But now we're on to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is actually there's one pretty difficult segment for no merchant. So this is when the run really actually begins a little bit more tense. I think the next part of this chapter is probably one of the scariest parts of the run as far as just getting a consistent run. Talk about that a little bit later on. But you know, if you've seen a New Game Pro run before, you know that we use the rocket launcher for Gigante coming up, but we don't have a rocket launcher. So how will we kill him otherwise?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, I'm actually asking, how do you kill him? I've never played this game before.
Oh, it's been too long. I don't remember, man. I just remember High's rocket launcher. I don't think I ever figured out a way to beat him other than that.
Can someone please pull up game facts?
Game facts.
I'm getting a little worried. Cheat code central, please.
I'm a bit scared too. Merchant's probably just like laughing as he watches you. You know, he's like, "What are you gonna do, buddy?" And he's just holding up the rocket launcher, like, "You want to use this?" I'm broke, man. Tough cookies for you, dude.
All right, real police dude getting on his real police boat. Alright, and just to make sure everyone's aware, I have played this game at least once in the past.
At least once?
Yeah, at least one time.
No, when you say play, did you say you played it like for the whole way through, or did you play just like the opening and go, this game is not fun, and you put it away and never came back to it?
I played the first chapter a couple times, and maybe this fight a couple times.
Okay.
I heard grenades are actually pretty strong against this guy, so I'm gonna throw a bunch of grenades at him. Oh, look, he died. Wow.
Hey,
it worked.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that was actually really fast. Didn't expect that to happen. You know, throwing. Yeah, I threw 2 grenades at him, and then he suddenly just bent over. And then I was like, hey, you know, I should throw a grenade at this very specific spot on the wall, because I'm sure it'll bounce off and hit him in the back and kill him too.
I got it. I know why it says JTB. Real police guy is just the best.
Oh,
he knows. He knows. He's like, what do I do? And he just kind of looks at the 2 grenades and he's like, I'm just the best, and knows exactly.
As always, I just think of that one picture of the woman that has like all the mathematical formulas kind of formulating around her, and that's just Leon right there, like calculating the exact angle that he needed to throw that grenade.
He knows. I was trained in war. I was also trained in math, another form of war.
Alright, so now we got Ashley above us. You know, this game, kind of a big escort mission for many of the chapters. She's actually really useful in No Merchant, for something you will probably actually be quite surprised by in the next chapter. I won't spoil that just yet. She's also good at pointing out things such as shooting the barrels on that wagon, which we're going to go ahead and ignore because clearly she's not a real police dude. But we're picking up all these grenades. We're going to use, we used those 3 grenades on the Gigante. Grenades really do kind of play a big vital part of this run since we're not using, you know, any additional weapons that you would normally expect to have at the end of the game. So it's kind of our substitute. And fortunately, there are enough. So you get to see a lot of really unique boss kills, you know, that aren't just rocket launchers on everything, essentially. That's why I really like this category, because it shows off a lot more in the game, or just it shows off just kind of like the bare minimum you need to beat the game.
Wait, follow me.
You know, and then adding on that extra challenge of not even using the merchant, you know, whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that's very true. The merchant really does. He does mean things to this game. It's as if real police dude was like, dude, I know you got the goods. The merchant was like, I'm gonna make a killing here if real police dude is here.
Alright, so we are coming up on the cabin fight, and this is actually a really tense segment. Reason why is because we used all those grenades on the Gigante fight, and normally we'd be using them here in a new game run. But because we don't have them available, then our ammo is a little bit more scarce, and this fight goes on a lot longer. And I'm really just gonna kind of, I'm being 100% serious this time. I'm gonna hope that this doesn't go too bad, because I didn't have much good luck today. So we're gonna use our one grenade that we have to take down these 6 guys. Hopefully gonna get some shotgun drops. No. Got an incendiary grenade, that's cool. So Lewis is kind of like our main man for this. And we're gonna hope that he kills as many enemies as possible, because he's the one that has the infinite ammo and the good weapon. Meanwhile, I'm gonna kind of like hang out over here and just hope a lot of enemies do come up to me, because I don't have a lot of shotgun ammo, and I didn't get any drops, you know, going up to this fight there, which is really kind of unfortunate if you need them. Okay, there is one right there. Okay, we got 2. So, oh, we got 3. Okay, this one's now
Real police guy.
This guy needs to die. This guy needs to die, though. Oh my goodness, what a man he had to talk about today. Right. Now we should be good. That kind of made the fight right there. Doesn't even matter how long the fight takes. We have enough ammo. Because what will happen is, after a certain amount of time, Lewis will go upstairs. He'll actually very clearly call it out. And then you're kind of like left down here with nothing really to do. Alright, getting a little bit of luck. And I'm only picking up the money because it's in my way. Obviously don't get the money for my pocket merchant. But I think we're doing good. Lewis, like, you can kind of hear when he gets attacked, and there he goes. Bye, Lewis. Now we're left to deal with all these guys by ourselves.
He has his zombie quota. He can only fill so many zombie deaths, and then he's gonna be like, dude, I gotta go back and get another permit so I can have more.
That's very strict. A very strict number of Donadoge kill, but fortunately, we killed the exact 40 that we needed to get to that fight without too many bad things happening. We'll take that.
Follow me.
So that's actually, that right there is the huge gatekeeper of the run, because there's a lot of randomness associated with how fast Lewis kills those enemies. You know, like for example, today I got like, or yesterday I got like a new gold split, which was like 10-15 seconds faster, and then next run I got one that was like that was 40 seconds behind my normal time. So a lot of variance with that fight. Unfortunately, it's pretty early on, so we don't have to worry about, like, you know, getting to the end of the game and then suddenly, you know, that happens. But still, you know, one big part of the run that you have to get through, especially if you're looking for a competitive time. So yeah, I mean, I can kind of go to a slow segment. If we have any donations, I guess we can read some.
Well, what I can tell you is that, as we stated earlier, this is CAL FIRE Relief 2018. September is actually Firefighter Appreciation Month, guys, and to help show your support, your appreciation, you can use the hashtag FFA or FF Appreciation Month, or hashtag Thank a Firefighter. I mean, not everyone can be JTB, Leon. I mean, not everyone has the ability to be just the best, but you know what? Firefighters do an amazing thing, and because of that, they definitely deserve, some thanks for all the sacrifice that they have to do, being away from their families and just the inherent danger of their job. Very similar to JTB. So definitely, I think think a firefighter today,
I see some talk in the chat. This is actually the legitimate costume in the game. 100%, comes pre-installed with a JTB costume and the purple laser as well.
Ooh.
And, after my 1 or 2 playthroughs in the game, I think I'm a pretty good resource when it comes to the content for Resident Evil 4.
Agreed. Agreed.
But we're coming up on the boss fight for Chapter 2. This is going to be exactly the same as a New Game Pro. We're just going to be using our incendiary grenades to kill him because he's very weak to fire. Throw one. I'll pass him, grab this one. Throw another. Throw another. Throw that. Oh, I messed up. It's a good thing I had another one. Because I should.
Abort! Abort!
Yeah, I picked up like 2 extra ones just to be on the safe side. And it was a good thing there because I threw the grenade in like a really weird angle. One that I'm still trying to figure out with picking up the shotgun shells at the same time. But yeah, he dies to 4 hits. The Mendez dies to 4 hits there with that barrel damage. Makes it really, really easy fight. And then we pick up his eyeball because that's clearly what you do.
Pre-Guardians of the Galaxy right there. He taught Rocket Raccoon everything.
Hey, I just killed this guy in charge. What should we do? Should we look for a card key, or just a normal key or something? No, we just take his eyeball.
Just take his eyeball. Yeah. He doesn't need that.
Alright, so I think actually we do need the eyeball.
Ooh.
Oh wait, that's a retinal scanner.
That's some pretty high-tech stuff for...
He's holding the eyeball. Ugh.
Ooh. I don't think he knows where that eyeball's been.
In someone's eye.
Ugh. I feel kind of disturbed. Leon is definitely real police man, a real police guy. If he can just hold it with no squeamishness at all.
Yeah, you better have some Puro or something too.
Some industrial Puro.
Alright, so now we get to really actually talk about the ROM because this is when this ROM becomes completely different than you've ever seen. So,
ooh.
Normally, in a new game run, you talk to that merchant, you grab a bunch of different items, but now we're approaching this with just only the stuff that we've picked up, which means we have a lot of interesting fights coming up that you normally have like a rifle or stuff for. So we have to find like a workaround for that. But going into the castle, we're going to do this all normally. We're going to run up here. We can't shoot that guy at the catapult very easily because he has like a really tiny hitbox and we only have a handgun to shoot him. So we're just going to do kind of a different movement here to get past everything. One hit does kill Ashley for these catapults, so you have to be very precise with your movement and then where you leave Ashley as well. Get up here, get a better angle to shoot that guy. Ashley gets grabbed. kind of our human bait right here.
Well, you know, I've heard she can handle it, you know, so.
She's pretty resilient, I think.
Yeah. I mean, a catapult's a catapult. I mean, not everyone can be just the best, like
Follow me.
real police guy, you know. But she tries.
Right. So you know, she is pretty resilient, right? So
Wait.
we should be able to actually just. Oh wait, she's not that resilient. We just shot her, and she just died in one hit. No, wait, let's try it again. She's still dying.
No.
I don't know why she's not dying.
Oh.
Or why she's not living.
Oh man.
Wait.
Man.
Why she's not
Ashley, what are you
dying?
doing? Okay.
No.
Okay, I think we need to do it one more time. I think that will be...
Wait.
That will... Okay, she's definitely dying in one hit.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
that's
no.
not good. This is bad. This is very bad.
Alright.
Ashley, why are you dying so much?
I know. Ashley, why aren't you running away from the guy that just saved you?
Follow me.
Yeah.
So no, that was actually a thing I was doing. That was a legitimate thing I was doing. So anytime you kill Ashley, it counts as a game over when you go into the continue. And whenever you game over, the game difficulty reduces like immensely. And it's very quick to do since she does die in that one hit. So we kill Ashley, at certain segments in the game to vastly decrease the difficulty in order to get past certain parts. This guy's gonna be a point. Okay, we're good. Always a little difficult getting through there. So like these guys are very, very kind of passive right now. If we hadn't killed Ashley, the number of times that we did, they'd be like trying to kill me constantly and wouldn't be able to run through. And that's kind of like the defining feature of this run, is being able to ensure that our difficulty is low enough at certain parts to get through pretty easily. So that's like one example right there of just how much different a room is when your difficulty is really low.
Wait.
And we're going to show another example right here, because we do have this Galador fight down here. You all the guys know this guy. The blind Wolverine that just probably chopped off your head a bunch of times. So, normally this guy has a ton of HP, but because the game thinks that we really suck, and we're actually able to kill him probably only 4 hits.
Oh wow.
Let me see. Oh, okay, I messed up. It's alright. There we go. So 5 hits to kill the Galador with just the shotgun. And that's kind of like I said, the defining feature of this run is how low can we push the game's difficulty down to get through certain parts, and what is the bare minimum that the bare minimum times to kill Ashley or Leon in some segments to get through it. So another example is that normally there's like these 2 archers up there. Because our game thinks that we're really bad, then there are no archers, which makes this whole segment bearable essentially. So I'm going to be talking a lot about like dynamic difficulty throughout the game, taking intentional hits, because the last half of the run is actually something I've reworked immensely over the past couple months. And if the way I have this run set up, oh god, it's very very strict on our ammo usage once we get to a certain point. So even just like a single mistake can cause the run to turn into a huge time loss, like talking like 4 or 5 minute time loss if you don't do a certain thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's fortunately I don't think. Oh god, Ashley. Okay. This segment is still pretty random as far as where these enemies go, but fortunately they don't really kill you. So
I'm more impressed by the fact that in the previous section, you shot Ashley with a handgun one time and she died. There, you nailed her point blank with a shotgun, and she's just like shrugging it off.
Yeah, it's so weird in this game. For whatever reason, she just doesn't get hit by the shotgun. Like, I don't know if the spread is just really that bad or what, but
I got it. Remember all that math that Leon was thinking about? He's calculating every single pellet. Yeah, he's like calculating every single pellet in real time. So he's like, as he's pulling the trigger, he's moving the gun in like multiple ways. So each pellet just goes right where it needs to. It's impressive.
We're killing only the enemies that we need to protect Ashley from, while trying to dodge these guys that are right behind me. Shoot this guy down. Oh. Alright, I'll take a hit. That's fine. I'm trying to shoot this guy though. There you go. So once I shoot this guy, can you please die, sir? There we go. Shoot him, and then we're gonna shoot that guy once, and we're pretty much golden. Don't have to worry about killing these two guys. So we're just gotta protect Ashley. It's a little bit more hard because we're not trying to kill too many enemies. Otherwise our difficulty goes up a little bit too high. So we'll let these guys kind of like hang around, and they just walk pretty slowly anyway, so we don't have to worry about them trying to kill us at all. There we go. I say from a casual perspective, the dynamic difficulty was made really well because it doesn't make the game too easy. Obviously, because we're speedrunning it, we know how to abuse it. With like killing Ashley in certain parts, but from a completely casual perspective, this game is actually made extremely well, and I have to give huge props to Capcom for what they did. I know, rare that you hear a speedrunner actually praise the developers of an old game instead of just saying it's a completely hot, broken mess. But it's a really well designed game, and really kind of show that in the speedrun as well. That is the water hall, and thankfully we're actually going to lose Ashley. We don't have to worry about her. But the difficulty that we have the game set at now should kind of persist all the way until we get much further in.
I like how there's just a basic hand grenade in a locked chest behind glass, as if it's like, you know, something important. What's this? The holiest of hand grenades. It just says normal hand grenade on it. You don't know what a normal hand grenade is.
What do you had to count to? What was it you had to count to for
I think
holy
it's
hand grenade?
4?
4?
4, I think? Or 2 or 4? Chat, can you help me out on this?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But it's funny enough, actually, for whatever reason, I was on a good run earlier and I forgot. I made myself believe I routed out that grenade, so I skipped it, and then I got to the part where I needed it. I'm like, oh wait, I don't have a grenade. So I was like, oh wait, I gotta make sure I don't mess that up again, during the marathon. Oh yeah, we got no Novisadors, by the way. Those little invisible bugs chasing us. Regardless of your difficulty, they're gonna be aggressive as heck. They just will do a lot less damage if they actually manage to hit you. So, not really too big of a concern in this speedrun, thankfully, because when you do the no merchant professional difficulty speedrun, when there's no difficulty adjustment, then those guys become a huge pain in the butt. Alright, so now we're coming up to this room. We gotta kill this red zealot that you just saw for a brief second, because he holds the key to the next room. And normally we use the semi-auto rifle to kill him, but obviously no merchant, so we don't have that. So kind of a cool little strat here. This is actually a kind of a hard strat that took me a while to get down. First off, we're gonna flash all these guys, and we want to get this red zealot knocked down in some way. So we're gonna stand at this really precise angle throw this incendiary at him and just barely hit him with the splash damage from the incendiary so that he gets knocked down. That lets us run all the way up to him. And then because he's facing away from us, his first instinct as in the AI is to try to grab me and attack me. Normally he doesn't do that because his only goal is to get to the minigun that's downstairs to try to kill you, but because he's turned away, it kind of takes precedence over what the game wants him to do. So he grabs you, and you're able to just mash that QT and just kill him instead, which turns a really high HP enemy into a very quick kill.
I remember that room way too much. Dear God, I did not like that minigun.
Right.
In just a casual playthrough. Oh.
So I don't want to do that. There we go. But yeah, that's just kind of an example of, exactly, the kind of stuff we have to do in No Merchant because we don't have, certain items. That's really why I enjoy doing this category a lot, because you never get to see that otherwise, in a speed run.
Mm-hmm.
These guys should be able to kill them one hit. Grab that. I'm really looking for an herb right here. But I'm not getting one, so I'm just gonna have to go without it. That's alright.
Yeah, I just realized something. All that money you're picking up, you're not picking it up to give to the merchant. Leon's picking it up to help the charity.
Oh,
I think
fellow.
See, I think I have it figured out. And here's the reason why. I think I've put two and two together. Because we received an anonymous $15 donation. Now, as humble of a guy as, real police guy JTB is, he doesn't want to brag about his accomplishments. He's like, I found this money on my mission. I appreciate the work the firefighters do. Here's $15. And he's a real American, So I totally see Leon. I just put two and two together,
Did you have the math formulas going around your head too?
I am not anywhere near as smart as JTB. I mean, it took me a good 38 minutes to figure that out. Leon probably would have done it in 38 100,000ths of a second. He's just
literally faster than a computer too.
Yes, he is that amazing.
Oh, yeah, why get a TI-89 graphing calculator when you can just hire Leon to do your all your math
That would be so amazing. You're just in class. Teacher kind of looks at you. Who's that? It's my graphing calculator. It's my calculator. That's a human being, ma'am.
Yes.
You don't want to know what my calculator can do.
Sorry, doggos. We're running past you. Alright, well that's chapter 3-2. By the way, we are also in chapter 3. I don't think I've ever called out any of the names of these chapters. But we are I don't know, pretty good amount of time into this run. So I'm gonna shoot that. I switched the mouse keyboard right there just because it's a little bit more precise of a shot, so it makes it much easier. We can shoot this lockdown with 3 shots. Oh god, I'm getting hit by someone. That's alright. I had to move to my flash grenade anyways. Yeah, we throw that, we can hit that. And because we've been using so many flash grenades, we can actually just throw one right here because we're going to have to really cut down on our inventory coming up. Running. Let's see what these guys do. Alright, they're going to go through the door, so we're going to shoot this little lamp down. And then we're going to go save Ashley with just our handgun and our shotgun. So this is a pretty precise shot. I'm actually using a mouse for this because it's really easy to hit her by mistake. And to do this, because we don't have the rifle, I'm gonna use a grenade to kill those 2 guys on the right or the left. And then we're gonna use our handgun to take this guy out. pick up some extra stuff over here while we're waiting for Ashley. And then you can actually kill all those first 3 guys with a single grenade, but it's a really difficult throw that I'm not able to do myself. And then for this guy, we're gonna go ahead and throw this incendiary, and that'll get... Sir, we're gonna do that again because he just... Yes, difficulty adjustment. That was difficulty adjustment. We are reducing the difficulty of the game.
Wow.
Like we said, we're gonna kill those 2 guys.
Dude, he straight outplayed. I can't even. He outplayed so hard with just the standing. I don't even.
Yeah, the counter math, the formula is going on right there.
That guy had math going around his head too. If I stand really still, he won't hit me.
It is a kind of a weird throw. It's only one that you miss like 5% of the time. But of course, there we go. And then we get him, and then we walk up here, throw this grenade right here, and this should get all the guys. Yeah. That's how that room should go.
I got the key. I can get out.
And she got the key. She can get out.
Oh, nice.
All right, this part. This is always the same. We're gonna run through here. So you know, funny enough, I've been doing a blindfolded run of this game with like people in Discord helping me out with like text-to-speech, and most of it has been pretty good because we're doing like new game, like the special weapons and stuff, because a lot of the fun is just like the movement, that me running to a corner and not even realizing it.
Yeah.
So I think we did chapter 3, which includes this part right here, and I did not expect this part at all because she doesn't have special weapons. She doesn't have essentially full heals. She gets hit once, she dies. So we have these knights later on, and those Gonado, they're all trying to kill her, and I'm just running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to avoid, you know, all their damage. And there's even one clip, so I'll get into this room first before I do it. Oh, by the way, hard puzzle. So we get in here. Once we grab these items, all these knights become active. So I started running around this table in the middle, like non-stop, over and over. Well, at least I thought I was running around the table because I couldn't see anything. And I'll watch back the VOD, and there's just like this one knight that like barely avoids hitting me, and I have no idea. While like everyone that's watching me is like flipping out about this close dodge. So freaking good.
Nice.
We're gonna do all those. So yeah, those will actually kill you in one hit. If we had the suit of armor that New Game Plus has, then we could just take the hit because it doesn't do anything, but can't do that here. All right, we're just about to move on to 4-1. So this is where a lot of the different routing came in that I did, you know, for this game when I reworked this category quite a bit. Because we had a couple different ways to approach how we do this chapter. We always start this chapter off by actually doing a little bit of backtracking, and this is the whole reason why this run is even, you know, possible to do under 2 hours. Because we do get a free rocket launcher right here.
Wait.
So our one rocket launcher we get through the run.
Just the one rocket.
Just
Is it
one.
how many rockets do you get? Is it just one rocket with the launcher?
Yeah, it's just one. You just throw the launcher away afterwards.
Ah, gotcha.
So I'm adjusting my inventory quite a bit right here. because a big part of the rest of this, like the rest of this chapter, is your inventory. So you have a very, very tight inventory, you know, coming up, and I'm gonna show you exactly why in just a second. I'm gonna pick up this well hidden magnum ammo, actually. Pretty nice spot. A lot of people don't realize you can just actually run behind that counter after you shoot at the painting earlier on.
Oh, nice.
And then just a little bit backtracking. Now that we have Ashley back with us, we can actually get through this window right here. Get her to open the door for us. We couldn't do it the first time, obviously. We just rescued her right here. Then we're gonna pick up the broken butterfly, which is one of the 2 magnums that you can get in the game. And as you can see, our inventory now is just completely full. We have no room for anything else until we get rid of some ammo or, you know, some of these flash grenades. So a lot of this chapter is really tight on what you need to bring into it, as opposed to just like picking up whatever ammo you have or whatever ammo you want. You do have to go on with kind of a preset inventory and adjust your strats to, you know, also match your inventory as well. But now that we got that broken butterfly and the rocket launcher, we're gonna go ahead and get back into this chapter, because this is when the run really kind of kicks off at this point. Everything up to this has been kind of like, hey, you know, it's a cool little, you know, trick to get through this room. But now we have like a lot of like hard enemies and bosses coming up that, you know, think, oh, you got, you know, fully upgraded pistol or, you know, better shotgun or rifle.
Wait here.
They think you have that, and they have their health, you know, to match that. But we don't have that in no merchant, so we really have to know the bare minimum required to kill a lot of these upcoming enemies. And first off, we're just gonna run through one. Go in here and shoot this guy down. We're gonna switch right back to our flash grenade because there's a very specific cycle I'm looking for. So I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. We want to kill this guy in this statue, so he drops down like that. So you don't actually have to kill the statue or shoot the chains. All you have to do is kill the guy in one hit on there. Run up here and grab the second item. We switched the grenade specifically. Grenade, rocket launcher, and being unarmed all have the same movement speed. So it's really necessary to have that for some of these really tight spots. And because of that, we're able to make it back to this carousel through that opening. If we had just kept the handgun out, we would have missed that cycle completely, and it would take about 10-15 more seconds to get through it. But just a kind of neat little, you know, optimization on movement.
I'm more astounded that Ashley just stood there the whole time. That like nothing came up and grabbed her. I mean, with how often you see like enemies all over the place, no one was there. That surprises me a little.
Well, if you think about it, like there's that whole part where she got captured by that trap, and she was just standing there the entire like 20 minutes we took to get to her.
Yeah.
Without anyone, it's like they didn't even say in like the cutscene like, oh, we'll find her or something. It's like, dude, you live in this castle. How do you not know where like these rooms go?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, just gonna get through a couple of these pretty simple puzzles. Then we get to do some more no merchant fun stuff. So we can leave Ashley on here. Push these over to these little switch tile things. come up here. You can actually shoot all these lights before you enter the room, so that way you don't have to like turn around trying to shoot them and just run straight through. Kind of a cool little thing, you know, by Capcom.
Nice.
Run up here. We're gonna shoot these two guys because they both have 1 HP. So it doesn't even matter that we're using, you know, just the handgun. Just one shot from anything to take them out.
Just be like, I'm gonna clip you in the toe, and that's all that matters.
Right. I mean, the toe is definitely pretty weak spot.
I mean, especially if it's the big toe. If it's the big toe, then they have no balance.
Especially if they're sitting down. You know, they're definitely gonna lose their balance.
That's right. That's right. Just fall forward, splat.
So here we're coming up on probably, yeah, this is when the run really gets a little bit more difficult. So we got these armaduras, these suit of armors that have the plagas inside them. And we need to be able to pretty much pop off all their helmets with just the shotgun. And it gets really hard because trying to like corral them and to go into certain places is not very easy, especially while maybe like 2 of them have their helmet off and a third is just kind of running around. And you have to be kind of close too because I already got that at least. You have to be kind of close too because the shotgun spread is not all that great. I'm gonna go ahead and reload right here. We're gonna try to do the same thing with these guys. These ones should be a little bit easier. This is a strat that took quite a long time for me to figure out because they're so inconsistent with as far as their movement goes that there we go. That it's really hard to figure out something, you know, that they all do every single time. So that right there is probably one of the fastest kills I've ever done for that fight. You know, 2 shotgun shots each to each helmet.
Wow, good job. That was really smooth.
And just even missing 1 shot is usually a really bad thing because you only have 6 shells, you know, per reload. So if you miss just 1, you have to run away and reload and hope that, you know, no one tries to hit you. Oh, this guy's getting punk. These guys are really slow at my difficulty, so it's hard to maneuver around them. And you know, if our difficulty wasn't low enough, now let's go ahead and just make it a little bit lower.
No.
Fortunately, actually, it's not really gained any fortitude since our last little talk.
I like the fact that when you turned and faced her, she cowered. She's like, "Oh God, not again! Why? What do you have against me?"
Wait.
It's like she knows what's coming. She's like, "Please, not again. It hurts."
I'm sorry, Ashley. Just work through the pain. I'm sorry.
Better yet, I just saw one where it looked like when Leon shot and killed her, he like fell to his knees like, no.
Oh no, we're bad people. So we're not purposely killing Ashley, or not killing her like to be like a bad person or anything. We're doing it because it gets us a game over really fast and it reduces the difficulty of the game immensely each time you kill her. And because she dies in 1 hit, we do it right there because we lose her for like pretty much the rest of the game. So this is the last part we had a chance to do that on. And that makes like a lot of these rooms a lot easier. But really, you know, I'll talk about why we're reducing the difficulty in just a tiny little bit. Because it's very necessary that the difficulty gets to a certain point with what our inventory is. I'm gonna go through here. A lot of these enemies are pretty passive now because the game thinks we're like a 5-year-old trying to play this game. We picked up a controller, we're pressing some buttons, and we're dying over and over.
For some reason, I could just imagine when you return the president's daughter, and he's just looking at you like, "Why does my daughter have a bunch of bullet holes in her?" Don't worry, Mr. President. I was speedrunning. Just for no reason. That's like the only thing he says, and the president's like, what?
Right through here, is this guy gonna be nice? Nah. Just gotta shoot him before he hits me with his arrow. A little bit of like a draw situation. I'm gonna reload right here while this dynamite comes down. Nice little 2-second break. And we got a guaranteed grenade spawn right here. So we're gonna take that and use it almost immediately. Run past these guys. My difficulty is actually a little high, I think. So I may take a bunch of damage right here intentionally. Depends on what this guy's gonna do. Okay, now we're good. So I'm gonna run up here. We got this Galador fight. We got 2 of them. We're gonna throw this grenade, pull out our broken butterfly, run past these guys, and if our difficulty is low enough, 1 hit, 2 hits. And that is the double Galador fight. Very, very quick kill, and actually not very easy to do because
Very nice.
the hitbox on that armored one is really funky. And it's very easy to just hit him. Like if you hit him in any other spot, it doesn't do any damage to him, it just staggers him. So I actually switched to the mouse right there just to make sure I'm hitting it, you know, getting that precise hit off. So another little fun part of the game that the developers put in is whenever you encounter a boss in the game, or what they deem, you know, necessary as a boss, there's a default difficulty the game is set out when you first start. If your difficulty is below that, you know, the starting difficulty, when you enter a boss fight, actually the boss actually spawns, it'll default back to that difficulty to kind of keep, you know, things a little bit, you know, just keep it like shake up for you. But for whatever reason, if you actually enter the room and reload the checkpoint before you actually encounter the boss itself, then your difficulty will stay as low as it is. And that is integral for this run because we don't have to worry about constantly reducing our difficulty for like the multitude of bosses we have coming up.
Right.
So old no merchant runs would actually have you time out. Oh my god, what is he doing? Would actually have you time out the Verdugo right here, which is like a 5-minute waiting sequence. We sit at one of these doors up here and we just keep him kind of locked in this animation where he runs up to the door, and it's just really boring. It's not really fun to watch at all. So the biggest part of my rework was using our 1 rocket launcher to kill him instead, and figuring out a way how to kill all these other bosses coming up with the bear stuff we have. And part of it was that reloading the checkpoint to keep our difficulty low for, you know, everything that is coming up. So that's that fight. That's nothing different. I'm gonna reload, or I'm gonna save right here, because if I forget to do it at any point, then my difficulty just shoots up right away to, you know, something I don't want it to be at, and that can be a real bad thing because now I have to figure out, you know, how to, you know, pretty much kill myself a bunch of times and get it back to what it was before. So I was talking about, you know, if you forget to do like this one specific thing, then you're losing, you know, minutes upon minutes of time trying to get back to where you're at before.
Right.
It's kind of a little neat. I don't know if it's an exploit or just maybe something that they didn't think anyone would ever do. Like, why would you ever enter a boss room and then just reload the checkpoint before you even encounter the boss? But for whatever reason, it helps a lot.
Right.
I'm gonna try to do this out of bounds right here. It's not a big deal if I don't get it, but if I do. Yes, I got it. So this is a glitch you never actually ever see in a speedrun, because we just usually use a rocket launcher to shoot this boulder out. But jump down at a very, 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 very precise angle. right there, like right between where you would jump off that little thing.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
yeah. So that worked.
Amazing.
I want this guy to hit me. Come on, hit me, buddy. There we go. So there's that. And then this is like I said. So this is considered a boss fight, so we have to reload the checkpoint before we run up here. So to keep our difficulty low for these two guys. And this is kind of a really tense fight because we've been seeing our ammo usage for the Magnum. It's actually very strict for the next few chapters. You only have room to miss one shot across like 3 bosses.
Holy.
So yeah, it's really tense, and it's a large part why this run works because you barely get enough ammo to do it. So get this guy down. Takes 5 Magnum shots plus a bunch of just shotgun shots to stagger him. We'll shoot that Plaga once, and then just do the QTE. I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna try to get him to charge me. If he does it. Because if he charges me, I can reload, and then... There we go. We just cancel it by running out of the way. Then we're gonna get another 5 hits off. And our difficulty is so low that the game is like, I don't know really what to do. He's just gonna run up to us, and he's like, "You're really bad, so I'm just gonna run up to you and you can figure out what to do."
They're gonna have a civil discussion, is what it is. He's thinking, maybe if I talk to him, I won't get shot. Play dead.
Use that grenade there to stagger him and then interrupt our shotgun reload, and then this should kill him right here. And that is like the bare minimum to kill the Gigantes. Kind of a really cool strat. And I didn't miss any shots either, which is really nice for the Magnum.
Nice.
So yeah, normally in the old No Merchant runs, we use the rocket launcher there because we can just time out Verdugo for 5 minutes and just save the rocket launcher. So the biggest like hurdle, you know, in the past was how do we kill, you know, both Gigantes as well as a Salazar at the end of this chapter, you know, with the very few animal that we have. So that's why, you know, just having that dynamic difficulty is essential for making this run as is. Now there's No Merchant Professional, which doesn't have any difficulty adjustment. It still uses the rocket launcher to kill Verdugo, but still much more tense run because, you know, you get like these enemies, the Novistadors, which they don't care about what difficulty your game is at. They're just gonna run up to you and try to kill you no matter what. But since our difficulty is pretty low, they're not gonna do a lot of damage. But if this was pro, I'd probably already be quitting the game. All right, so I only got 2 of them down, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to see what happens when I come back. I just have to hope that we get past these guys. Oh, nice, we can pass them. That actually went really well. We move the camera away from them because that will prevent them from doing their kick command, or it prevent them from jumping on us. And the only way to prevent that when that shows up is to kick them out of the way. So the other attack is just like this. Yeah, that actually went way better than I expected. This area is the reason why I don't do No Merchant Pro difficulty, because they're just completely brutal. I'll go ahead and save here. I'm gonna start saving on the end of all these chapters just because I don't want anything bad to happen. But we got a little bit of a lull in the run. Nothing really too much in this chapter. Did we have any other donations come in? Any other anonymous donations from Real Police Dude?
Well, let me see if Real Police Dude is continuing his wonderful giving of being anonymous. Real Police Dude is not. He may be preparing for a final gift at the end of the game. So unfortunately, nothing from Real Police Dude at the moment. However, Noobish Dude donated a couple dollars and basically is hyping Real Police Dude up. He also wants to tell you to have fun and thank you for doing this. Just the best. Just because you're just the best.
Thanks, Noobish. Noobish is actually the one that came up with the Real Police Dude. Because before I started using, this modded costume, it has RPD on the back, of course. So it was just a day before, like a few weeks before SGDQ, and we're just like, you know what? What does this mean besides Raccoon Police Department, which is obviously the real name of it. And he's like, yeah, it stands for Real Police Dude, and just from there on out, it was just history. There was no other abbreviation.
I cannot I cannot unhear or imagine that now. It's true.
Also, kind of showing off how amazing the mouse is for certain parts in this part. We do have a few mouse keyboard runners in this game, but I only do it in certain parts. I just need to get some precise shots off. But you can just really just take advantage of that mouse acceleration in order to get those quick shots. And here we got the minecart ride. We don't have the Dipman, so we can't do the other out of bounds, so we just have to do a different one, which we just got right there. Hey, get out of here, top tier waifu. You can't come into my No Merchant normal marathon run and tell me I'm gonna miss minecart skip after getting the out of bounds you always tell me to get. I see you. I'm calling you out.
Whew, just the best.
I can see chat. I see all of you talking right now.
He knows. He knows. That's why it's JTB, just the best. He knows. He knows what's up.
Top tier waifu is he actually does No Merchant Professional, which huge props to him for that, because I just cannot keep my sanity for that run. So he's a fellow runner of this broad category. But yeah, this is the alternative out of bounds for the minecart. Normally the other one that we have is specific to 60 FPS, which I'm playing on, of course, but you need the striker shotgun to activate the Dipman glitch, which lets you run super fast. But this one that I did is actually available on every single version of the game, from GameCube to Xbox One. It's a very kind of precise setup. You stand at a certain part with Leon's model, you back up and you jump from one minecart to the next, and it just forces you out of bounds. That was probably one of the biggest discoveries for Resident Evil 4 a couple years ago when it was found, because it eliminates this huge auto-scroller sequence and saves almost like 2 minutes in a normal speed run. And yeah, fun fact, it is indeed 6 a.m. for me right now. I've gotten 2 hours of sleep. That's why we're rambling a bit.
Well,
not too much though.
No.
Alright, so we are on to chapter 4-4, the end of chapter 4. And this is kind of the last part that we have to be really strict with our ammo. We'll see what it's like when I actually get to the boss at the end. Run past all these guys. It's actually a really difficult chapter. Because the elevator ride that we do coming up is actually a lot harder to do with the normal shotgun, because it has just not a lot of spread. So we have to kind of adjust our positioning in order to knock enemies off. Yeah, I'm making saves because I didn't do that beforehand, and I don't want to have like a crash happen or forget to reload checkpoint, essentially. So just being a little bit on the safe side. Especially because earlier today, I was doing my blindfolded run, and my computer blue screen, because I was blindfolded, I had no idea, and I was just trying to figure out why I couldn't hear anything for like a minute or two. So I don't really want to see that happen just again. We're gonna run through this. We don't question the giant statue, we just accept it. And we have to reduce our difficulty a little bit more, so we're gonna take advantage of this cutscene right here, which is really fast on killing Leon, and just let it hit us, and just reset it a few times. So before we would actually just die to the statue running you over. I'll take 3 just to be on the safe side. But just the fact that it skips the death animation and just goes right into the continue screen is pretty insane for wanting to get our difficulty as low as it is. Reload, just need 1 shot here. We're gonna shoot this one guy right here. We don't even need to hit, like, actually knock him down. We just need to hit him once, because that'll alert him to Leon, and then he'll try to jump down. If we didn't do that, he'll just be standing there ready to grab us, or just stand there. But that works too. One big part of this run is because our difficulty is so low, there's a lot of... It's really hard to tell what enemies are actually going to do at this point, because you don't know exactly what your difficulty is at without using like a third-party program to look at it. So we kind of have to just make guesses. And then here we got this elevator segment. We want to shoot these guys down as soon as they show up, and because the shotgun has such a low spread, it's actually really difficult to do that. Okay, this guy, like that, if you miss it, then it's just... Why is this guy not jumped down yet? There should be a third guy jumping down. I wonder if he's still alive. Okay, yeah, he just stayed alive all the time. That's why I said that this segment is pretty Monka-esque. Still doing pretty good though. Better than having all of them kind of stay on it. As long as I can keep knocking these guys down, yeah, like that, then we'll be okay. Oh god, I don't want this guy alive though, because he will mess me up. That'll be a very bad time. That should be the last guy right here. But yeah, the spread on the shotgun is just terrible. So the striker that we usually use, the striker shotgun for other new game runs, has just like insane spread, so you can just easily shoot down these guys. So you have to kind of adjust your angle quite a lot in order to get them down. So that wasn't too bad of an elevator because we only had like 1 of them that didn't get knocked down at any given time. But when you have like 4 of them just chilling, you know, kind of laying down, you're just like, all right, this elevator's not moving. This is not a good thing. But we are on to final boss for, I'm gonna say right here, because this is very easy to mess up. We're on to the final boss of this chapter, just Salazar. And we talk about, you know, having to reload, you know, the fight before the boss spawns. If you took even 1 step right here forward, then the boss spawns, and if you didn't reload the checkpoint beforehand, then your difficulty is back to something way too high. So fortunately I didn't forget that, and I've messed up many runs because of that. And that's actually, I've just been having that on my mind the entire run. Let me try to go and do that. But because our difficulty is so low, we should be able to kill Salazar in 9 magnum shots. And you can see we have a total of 10 magnum shots. So ammo, very conservative throughout all of chapter 4. If even 1 shot had missed on like the double Gauda doors, Gigantes, anything, then I I would have not had enough ammo, magnum ammo, to kill him like I did right there. So literally we're completely out of magnum ammo. And yeah, that's how you kill Salazar.
Very nice, very nice.
A pretty cool fight. Unfortunately, the rest of the run becomes a little bit less tense because you have a lot more ammo to work with, whereas you didn't have a lot of ammo, you know, during those parts. You quoted him wrong, Blasty. You should know this. Because you quoted him wrong, the merchant must suffer. Goes, I want you to suffer like Ashley did. And she didn't actually suffer. I mean, she just actually took him on a boat. Took her on a boat.
That merchant just wanted to be... Dude, he was there for capitalism, and you gave him a shake to the face, man.
This is a no capitalism run. Thank you very much. Being Ashley is suffering.
Wow, you just... Oh, man.
But yeah, welcome to No Merchant.
We literally killed a merchant.
It's literally no merchant. No merchants
Yeah.
survive, except for all the ones we ignored earlier.
That was just the same merchant who's like, come on, eventually he's got to buy something for me. So he sees it and he's like, it's excited.
He's
He's
so
just
excited.
like,
It's like
Yeah,
you just
you
killed
just-
a boss with like 50k, you know, gold. I'm surely he'll buy like, you know, at least like an herb or something.
yeah,
like-
nope, nope. You get a knife to the face and that's it.
We can do some fun stuff with this run. Now, if someone, I'll tell you this: if someone donates $5, just $5, you know, to Cal Fire Relief, I will kill every other merchant upcoming throughout this run. I will make that my mission.
Wait. What if Leon, real police dude, donated $5 though? The money that he had
Ooh.
already collected. Does that mean that he's complicit in wanting to oh my god, that guy!
And just as a sign of good faith, I'll take that one out for you guys. I mean, serious business. I should have made that a donation incentive. Kill
You
every
should've.
merchant. Also, I did take that hit from the rocket launcher intentionally, because I wanted to reduce my difficulty, and I totally forgot to pick this up because I was thinking about that hit too. Alright, wait for this guy. And then good old oven dude. Sorry. we don't care about you. Alright, so now we got this little shutter fight coming up right here. And because our difficulty is kind of low, we can do this super fast. So we're going to throw this grenade right here. Before the shutter actually comes up, kills those two guys immediately. Run back. Throw this grenade. Hopefully this kills all of them. Yep, there we go. That's how you do that shutter with just 2 grenades. Got these incendiaries. So now the inventory kind of shifts to picking up a ton of incendiary grenades because we're going to use a lot of them for an upcoming boss. Still not going to like completely lock out our inventory to the point where we can't pick up anything else, but well, like around 8 or so grenades when we get to that point. There was a merchant. But you guys didn't donate the $5. I'm only killing the merchant if you... Alright, okay.
Hold on. You jumping the gun, my man. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Did it come through? Okay, I'll hear it.
Hold on.
As
hold
good
on.
as...
I think
As a sign of good faith, I will go back and take this guy out.
Speaking of which, just so you know, Real Police Dude has finally decided to admit that he was the anonymous $15 donor, and he's got another one. It actually is from Leon, Real Police Dude, and it's $5, and it just literally says, "No more merchants."
All right, I like it.
Now wait, just to match Real Police Dude, top tier waifu was like, I gotta make sure that I do the right thing, and he's just like, those filthy merchants. He also gave $5 because, you know, Real Police Dude knows what's going on.
He does. But yeah, okay. I will try not to forget any merchants coming up, because there's a couple that are just really out of the way. Like that one is just kind of hiding in a room that you don't normally go into ever.
Hiding? He knows what's coming. He's like,
he knows,
oh no. He knows Real Police. He's like, please don't be the Kool-Aid man. Please don't be the Kool-Aid man. It's just JTB kicking in the door. Oh yeah.
Alright, I got a cool little mini boss fight right here. The Iron Maiden variant of the Regenerator. Bunch of big old spiky dude. And instead of using any ammo on him, I mean we'll use one ammo. And we'll take a hit because I'm also bad at this game. Fine, do the thing, do the thing. He did the thing.
He did the thing.
Oh god. Are you in a good spot, sir? He's like in a really weird spot. Alright, I have to do this again.
Wow,
I need to like run up. Come on, buddy. Come on, do the thing. He's not doing anything. What are you doing, sir? This freaking guy. He's so mad that we're killing the merchant.
This is the merchant's
there we
revenge.
go. So I don't know how he hit me with those spikes, but it threw off all the positioning of it. But if you do it like this, then he just gets stuck in an infinite stun lock. DA manipulation, I swear. I'm just reducing my difficulty.
Ghost Merchant clearly knows what's up. Gosh.
Alright, there we go. Killed him pretty fast. And you know, because we are killing all the merchants, I guess we gotta take kind of a little detour to the one merchant we never ever see. Hey.
And no one will ever see him again.
Nothing personal, kid. It only actually takes about 40 seconds to kill that Iron Maiden with our difficulty. So, pretty low.
I would have been better if you could only kick him over the bar. That would have been so much better. Leon just walks up, bam, like he kicks down a door. The merchant just goes over the side.
Alright, we get Ashley back now. And we got our 3 flash grenades, so this part of the game is pretty similar to just how New Game Pro goes. Get that up. Oh man, I got a lot of ammo, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Gonna throw a flash grenade here. Should let us run past all these dudes. Of course, it doesn't actually let me do that. Then we're gonna leave Ashley right here as bait, so we can just run past everyone. So all the enemies are just going for Ashley, and we're like, oh, we're gonna leave this real police dude all by himself. We saw him kill those merchants. We don't want to mess with him. Then we get Ashley
What is
back.
that thing?
This car, and then look, Ashley's gonna go ahead and just push Leon's butt. You're helping, Ashley. You're doing good work. I throw that flash grenade. That guy out of the way. Push that. And we wanted to use our last flash grenade right here specifically in order to set up a kind of an exploit that we're going to be doing to make this room a lot easier. So we're going to turn around, and because we're in this empty status, the game thinks technically we should have something equipped that we're aiming at actually right now. So I'm actually holding down my aim button, and Ashley thinks I'm still like aiming a gun or my knife at her the whole time. She's stuck up there until I release it, which I'm going to do right now. Now she'll jump down, there'll be a cutscene we'll skip.
There's a gate here.
And because enemies really only see Leon, they only see Ashley after they notice Leon, they're just going to stand there, you know, this whole entire room while we just this wrecking ball a few times. And then as soon as we hit this third one, then we just run straight in there, kill Ashley, and then we are home free. So it's a cool little exploit. I'm gonna shoot this guy, run past him. So our difficulty is to a point where we can't actually get him to try to attack us by running up to him and then moving back. If you try to attack him, you have to literally be like almost right on top of him. So we do this instead. The little jumping regenerators. Then Ashley through there. And then, because you guys are so generous, can't forget about him. But yeah, we kind of have a little bit of a break if there are any donations that came in.
Well, let's see if there are any more donations to the Merchants Must Go. I do see one. I do see one. We have one from, I believe it's pronounced RP Priya, or is it Priya? I don't know. Either way, it just says, merchants gotta go. Just like the fires in Oregon. True statement. I breathed that air for a month, and I can't imagine how hard it was for firefighters. So here's to helping them. Thank you so much, RP. We do appreciate it. And yeah, merchants gotta go. This is no merchant %.
So merchant gets a little bit of a break from us while we do this kind of long auto scroller. This part's always gonna be the same. We're gonna kill these enemies just because we do want to get like additional ammo and stuff. Plus we have another opportunity to reduce our difficulty again very soon. Hey everyone, come on everybody. Oh, a party in the back of this truck. Maybe we get a couple more guys. Nah. Of course all the guys that are dying are dropping the herbs outside of the truck, which I could actually use those.
I like how these guys are just walking up.
And all the ones that do die on the truck just give me money. Like, no, this is no merchant.
These are all the dead merchants that you killed. You're just taking their money now.
Come on, Donados, just donate your money to Howley. Stop trying to give it to Leon Kennedy. Doesn't need it as much as our firefighters.
That's true, but I mean, if you think about it, Real Police Dude does support the firefighters, so in a way, Leon's just going to potentially give it to the charity. You know, in fact, I bet this whole thing is actually not you needing to save the president's daughter. It's the adventure of Leon collecting funds for the charity, and saving Ashley is just the side quest. You know, it's like, well, she's there, so I might as well. You know,
that's why we're doing no merchant, so we don't have to. You know, we save more money.
yeah.
Don't have to spend it on any weapons. I run around a little bit. You know, let's point out this truck tank hybrid that Ashley is actually driving for us. Pretty interesting choice by the local residents here. And why Ashley can actually drive it is a whole nother story all by itself. We're coming up on kind of the second part of this auto scroller. Still kind of the same, we just want to protect Ashley. Kill these guys before they come up. And we just take the L and kill these guys. I mean, killing enemies does increase your difficulty, but it's not really important right now that we have our difficulty low until the next chapter.
Priya, someone donate $25 to save the merchants.
That is actually a really good bid war. I'm gonna keep that
Save
in mind.
and kill the merchants.
SGDQ 2019 no longer is the big bid war save or kill the animals.
We now save or kill
the
the merchants. Yup. I actually love it. It's perfect. Because if you think about it, it's one of those save the frames, because if you have to kill the merchants, you're wasting frames. But then, you know, it's kill the merchant.
Alright.
Wait, how did... You know what, never mind. I was going to ask how Ashley just face tanked that explosion, but I'm not going to question it.
Yeah, it's better that we just kind of accept it.
Yeah, yep. Kill the merchant, save the ammo.
Oh, imagine having an ongoing tally. That would be cool.
Oh my gosh, a rolling bid war for every merchant.
Have like a gigantic sign in the back that changes depending on what it is. I like this. You guys have great ideas.
This is literally like it's akin to the birthing of the demon chocobo in a way from Final Fantasy VI. It's like it's like the rolling incentive, you know, where it's like, well, we're at this point, so we're gonna kill this one. Oh, we're gonna save this one. Oh, this is the demon chocobo. This is not, you know. It's like it's got to start somewhere. This is the horror genre's version of the demon chocobo is kill or save the merchants.
I forgot. Oh, you guys are right. You guys keep me honest. I forgot about that merchant.
Ooh.
Oh, it's all right. We'll get him. Don't worry.
Okay.
Krauser. I died in a crash 2 years
A little
ago.
bit of
Is that what
backtracking,
they
but
told you?
I
You're the
will
one
stay
who's
true to my word because we should still be under
got John quick.
2 hours.
As expected.
What is our
After all,
timeout
you and I
right now,
both know
anyways?
where we come from.
134.
Yeah, I think we should be good.
What do you want?
So I have the world record in this category. I have a 148 in-game time, which is probably similar to like 150 in RTA or so. And shout outs to anyone subbed to my channel. Get those America JTB1 Americas in chat. If there's anyone there, probably not. It's like, there we go. Hey, yeah, there
dude, we're
coming.
Murica. Yeah,
Force.
Murica.
Thanks for Toshka, Aim, and Nubish, and Aiden. Or if you just have any kind of emote, this is your time to really go in.
Spam them. Spam. If you're American and you love Murica, now is the time to show your American support.
Holy crap!
Almost let it slip.
Why are you guys awake still?
Die, comrade.
Because they're American.
Ada! Isn't the bitch in the red dress?
Whoa, Krauser, come on, be nice. This is a nice
Ooh.
Christian marathon.
Ooh.
No,
Wow.
no naughty language here.
Wow, Krauser, come on,
You
dude.
may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your
Plenty of
inevitable
violence
death,
is fine,
is it?
but once you start dropping the bad language, that's where we draw the line.
Krauser's just like, fine, I didn't want to be part of your marathon anyway. He just jumps and leaves.
It's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
I'll just talk down to you from up here and walk away.
After jumping like 30 feet in the air backwards.
No biggie.
Alright, I told you guys I would kill every merchant, and I am a man of my word. So I will literally run back like 2 rooms just to get that one merchant. Because I am a man of my word. I will not let you guys down.
I'm kind of sad that you can't go back chapters just to go take out those other merchants that got away. Because now they're going to unfortunately, like, they're going to tell all the other merchants in the next run of quote-unquote no merchant percent that, you know, no merchant literally means no merchant. Their lives are forfeit. You can't. You left survivors. You left survivors, and now they live to tell the tale to the next line of merchants that are coming into this game, thinking, "Hey, we can make a buck off Leon."
There you go, guys. I told you. Told you I would do it. We'll see. We'll take an extra hit too, just because our difficulty is kind of high. Take that hit too.
Pray for merchants.
See, this is actually just all strats to reduce my difficulty. Purposely went back 2 rooms just to take more hits.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Get shot in the back, the arrow just falls off.
Alright, but our difficulty is not low enough.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, JTB. This is the best donation.
The best
I'm so
time.
sorry.
Just as I start
I'm so
killing
sorry.
myself again.
Okay. So you remember the first... Your head just went through the door, that's all I saw! I'm like, what? Okay.
Alright. Wait, let's breathe for
Okay.
like 10 seconds.
Okay. So you remember the first merchant way back when that you just decided to walk by, and he was like, "Sir, can you buy some goods?" You remember him
I
back
remember
in...
him. Yeah.
Okay, well, apparently someone bought something from him, and he wanted to give money to the charity. I guess he's very grateful. He gave $5 that just says thanks for killing the competition.
Okay. Oh my god.
First merchant knew. You know what would not surprise me is if this whole thing about the bid war with it and everything, and you're killing the competition right as I say that. Just walk up and shake the guy.
Oh my god.
That first merchant, I bet you he's in the chat right now, and he's the one that gave you that idea, because he was like, if all the other merchants die and I'm still alive. That one merchant is behind it all, that's right.
Oh my god, I can't even talk right now. Ooh, okay.
Too good, man.
What's he gonna do? Alright. Oh yeah, we're on a boss fight. I reloaded the checkpoint before to make sure difficulty stays low. That's why we killed Leon a bunch of times at the lasers to get our difficulty low for the rest of the game. So we're not going to do that anymore from here on out. And we've been stocking up on these incendiary grenades because we're going to use them. 7 incendiary grenades to mess this guy's day up pretty bad. So just as that first boss was pretty weak to fire, so was U3 or it, whatever you want to call him. We're gonna let him walk over here. Use this barrel damage, and he dived right as I threw the grenade. So we're gonna throw this, use that one instead. Well, I picked up all those extra ones to be on the safe side. So he can randomly, like, there's been times that he'll just decide to just stop his attack and then dive, and then once he dives, he doesn't take any damage. Yeah, that's how you kill U3 in No Merchant Normal. There's some other shots where we would just knife him to death, and that would take like forever. But we can just use like these incendiaries instead, which makes it a pretty speedy fight. Honestly, I'm really kind of like happy to be able to do this run for you guys. This has been an experiment for me because before this category got completely reworked, it was pretty much just like a challenge run with a timer. It was a lot of slow strats, a lot of just kind of uninteresting parts and stuff. But just with how it is now, it actually looks like a legitimate speed run, and I was really curious how it would go over in a marathon, and thankfully I'm really kind of liking how it goes. So thanks for allowing me to do this, and I think we're all having a good time.
Well, thank you for submitting it and having an entertaining run. I mean, this has gone above and beyond expectations with just everything that's happened. I mean, it has truly become No Merchant %, and I don't think anyone could have seen the awesomeness that it has just morphed into.
Don't know if I actually reloaded the checkpoint here, which isn't too big of a deal because we don't need it for the rest of the game. The last boss will actually always, no matter what, go to a certain difficulty, so it's not too important. And then, yeah, I think my difficulty is gonna get reset here, which is okay. I'll just take a bunch of hits leading up to the end. But Mr. Krauser here, we just use the knife on him. We don't have to worry about using any magnum ammo or anything like that. I'm gonna run up to him right here, shoot this grenade that he throws out, and then jump down. We're gonna knife him in the head, and then reload, and that's it. We're gonna go ahead and do the statue because we're not using the striker Ditman glitch. Push it normally so we don't get to see any clips here. Oh, I got it. Run through here. How much? Okay, I have plenty of hits. I think I'm gonna try to take as many hits as I can here, because I do want to have my difficulty kind of low for the next chapter. It just kind of makes movement easier. It's not necessary to have it, but it still just overall makes it a lot easier to deal with. Pass these guys. Let's see if they hit me. Oh, okay. Maybe my difficulty is low. I just don't know it.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
Building the merchants, I suppose. I'll know for sure right now on what he does, because if my difficulty is still low, like it should be, he does like a weird dodge in between knives right here. Meanwhile,
Prepare for
hey,
your death, Leon.
actually flipping out through killing all the merchants. Alright, do this. Oh, we took a hit. That was not a hit I wanted to take. As long as he stays in this corner, that's fine. Okay, good. That's what we want. That's not what I want. I don't know what I want. I never played this game before. Okay, so I did reload checkpoint. I didn't forget. But I thought I had forgot. So I tried to do a different strat for what the difficulty is normally at, and kind of bit me in the butt. So what will happen is if your difficulty is really low, he does that like backflip in between staggers. If it's not, he doesn't do that backflip, so you just want to keep like chaining those knives. But if you try to chain him when he does the dodge, it just misses him completely. And then when that QTE shows up, because most of the time it's the X plus A prompt, it won't let you actually knife. It'll just think that, hey, you need to hit this QTE, and just remove the ability to do anything else. And then that causes you to get hit if you're not ready for it.
Right.
Alright, now we're on to 5-4, this wonderful little military segment. And because our difficulty is kind of low, we could just run through all these enemies, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna get hit a lot, I think. And then our good friend Mike is gonna take out some of these towers, so yeah, that's why I know. My difficulty is low. Run past these guys. So normally doing this part is just like, you're gonna get hit no matter what. There's just nothing you can really do about it. It's just about mitigating the amount of damage you do take, and having enough heals to also fill up the full every time you get hit. Fortunately, every time you get hit, that's just the difficulty of the game gets lower and lower. So it helps a little bit with just how much damage you take. Alright, we got past the harder part. And now we're going to use these final 2 incendiaries I have. We're going to turn around, run over here. Mike's going to get that little cutscene, and hopefully I don't get hit. Okay, good. Oh, this is scary. Alright, we're good. This part's a little scary because you don't have that speed boost, it's really hard to get past these miniguns before you get up here. So I'm going to throw one over there, and then we hit the other one. We'll leave this guy alive, just to save a little bit of ammo. Because normally Mike will go ahead and shoot him with his helicopter. And he didn't. So I have no reason. Ooh, Mike is actually on the right side. So difficulty is so low, we just run past all these guys. Doesn't matter if I get hit right here, because I should be able to get past this. You get one herb right here, and then there's a first aid spray right here as well. And we're gonna switch this. Thanks, Mike. Mike really helped us out right there. Shooting down that tower right there, he can shoot down one of the 2 towers, the left one or the right one. If he shoots down the left one, that lets us pretty much jump down at that part instead of having to run all the way back to the ladder and jump down. Really, really important for a new game, professional speedruns, when every second counts in this chapter. Not too much in this chapter, or in this category, but still kind of nice for that to happen.
I feel like I have just betrayed real police, dude.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I have betrayed him, but I had to. So Meta Sigma donated $10, and he says,
Oh my
I am
God,
a proud
cat.
member.
Sorry, my cat literally just ran across my desk, across my and my...
The cat's like, no, we will not read this donation. The merchants will die. He says, I am a proud member of #SaveTheMerchants. Everyone, donate to help protect these helpless salesmen from this knife-wielding maniac.
Leon did nothing wrong. He's just... he doesn't need to trust this merchant. He's a real police dude. I mean, he got sent here all by himself. Why does he need to use a merchant? Oh, hello. Didn't expect that guy there. Oh, hello. Pick that up.
Hashtag Leon did nothing wrong. Hashtag kill the merchants. Hashtag save the merchants. Hashtag kill the merchants.
Alright, that pretty much wraps up the last kind of hard part, and you know, we have 2 merchants left. I'm sorry, we have 1 merchant left. We're just about to be done with this speed run. So pay your respect from chat as the final merchant has been defeated. Thank goodness.
Wait.
Now we're on to the final boss, Seller. This one, not as easy to do on no merchant because we don't have the rocket launcher at the start. We do use Ada's rocket launcher that she dropped for us, but we have to get Seller to that point. And then I mentioned this earlier, but the difficulty of the game actually shoots up to the default no matter what you do. So you have to fight him on even ground almost every time. So we do that by kind of alternating between the staggers. We use the shotgun to hit him in the leg, which causes his little eyeball to come out. And we use the broken butterfly to pop a couple of shots in his eye before he goes back up. Repeat that a few times. Also using the grenade to stagger him as well, make it a little bit more speedy. Twice. Yeah, this is actually the merchant's boss. Yeah. This is the leader of the union.
This is the great merchant.
Alright, so we kill him, shoot him a couple times here, shoot him 3 times, throw in our grenade. Oh crap, he was still not staggered yet. Alright, that's fine. Let's wait for that. Did it a little too early there. He was still out of the animation. So, yeah, something a little bit different. We'll get him over here. He's gonna probably do his little attack. Oh no. Okay, hit the barrel. That caused him to go into his next phase. So kind of messed up with that first grenade. I threw it a little bit too early before he fully broken out of his stagger. And enemies do have iframes as well, but I was able to use that barrel to break him out of that weird attack he does. And then, yeah, we pick up the final rocket from Ada, kill Sadler, and now we got to find some way off this island. You know, all the merchants, you know, did go ahead and rig it with a bunch of explosives, so it's about to blow up.
How many merchants actually escaped this time, though? Because you what was it, chapter 4 is when you realized they were really behind it and started taking them out?
Yeah, so there's probably a whole bunch of them with like a vengeance.
Except that first merchant. He knew what was up. He knew what was up.
Yeah, the merchants are like the Nurse Joys of the Resident Evil. They're like one huge extended family. Pretty much.
And you're like Brock, except you're trying to murder them. Yeah. Oh, merchant, shake.
All right, well that we're just about done with this run. So, once again, just want to thank you guys for, staying up this late watching this. Time 3, 2, 1, time. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Really was excited to do this category and see just how it would stack up to just doing against just doing like a normal new game run. So I'm pretty happy with how it went so far. Obviously, I want to thank Cal Fire Relief for allowing me to do this run. Great charity. Thank you for everyone who donated during this run, and of course the Meta Sigma for. I don't think this run would have been half as great if you weren't here with me for this.
Dude, no. I cannot come close to you. You are JTB, just the best. It just is what it is, man.
It is. It's in the name.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm just some dude, and I'm glad I'm not a merchant either.
But yeah, that's it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Very good. Thanks, bud.
Thank you.